Good evening, my darlings. Today is Sunday, the 5th of May. May the 5th, yes. Revenge of the 5th. The Sith, yes. Star Wars. It's the baddie's turn today. So, happy Revenge of the Sith, everybody. Now, on to May Mayhem. And I have brought you a little treat. You've got me all to yourselves. It's a Sunday night, peaceful, quiet. I wish you salutations. The meal, by the way, was mwah, excelente, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And the wine is going down an absolute treat. So cheers, my darlings, and happy bank holiday to everyone in the United Kingdom. And I bring you The Cutting Edge, a selection of short stories, and it's wonderful. Now, there are many of you out there who will know of a rather famous writer who wrote The Reaper, and his name is Robert Bloch. Now, you may know him because he is the father of Psycho. Yes, Mr. Norman Bates. Poor Norman. He had mommy issues. Indeed he did. Now, I have to read to you the beginning part to The Reaper. It's quite beautiful and disturbing. After the kids have grown up and moved away, a new child comes into your house. His name is Death. He comes quietly, without the wail of an infant, and he won't keep you up at night or make daily demands on your attention. But somehow you'll know he's there to stay. As he keeps growing, getting bigger and stronger, with each passing day, you become smaller and weaker. Sooner or later, there'll be an inevitable confrontation. And when it comes, you're the one who'll have to go. Anybody looking forward to a funeral? A death in the family? It's quite thought-provoking, isn't it? It's a short story, no more than a few pages, literally a few pages, but what this story does is inject ice water into your veins. If you were terrified of dying, oh my darlings, this is a story for you. The gentleman in question, our main protagonist, is called Ross. And Ross wrote those lines on the morning of his 65th birthday, and then he put them aside. He was tired of writing about death with a capital D. As an author of dark fantasy, he'd done more than his fair share of dramatising man's mortality, and it was difficult to find a fresh approach. Too many writers had exhausted the idea. Death as an angel, death setting an appointment in Samara, death taking a holiday, death trapped up a tree, death forestalled, death deceived, and it was all wishful thinking. There's nothing angelic about the Grim Reaper. He takes no holidays. He won't be fooled or forestalled. Death is an impersonal force, not an articulate and articulated skeleton swinging a scythe. Ross shrugged and left his desk. After all, a man is entitled to take time off and celebrate his birthday, even if nobody else cares whether he lives or dies. Now, Ross. Be careful, Ross. You may end up making a deal and you can't fulfill your half of the bargain. This is quite the most unsettling little tale. We're dealing with a man who doesn't want to die, and death is ready to take him. Here comes the deal. Do you take it? Do you take it and buy yourself another year? Ross did. Ross took the chance. Ross shook death's hand on a deal. But what Ross has to do to earn one more year of life is very, very unpalatable. Now, looking at it as an outsider, would you make the same deal? What's your life worth to you? 1 more year? 2? 10? What are you prepared to do in order to secure 1 more, 2 or 10? Ross has to do the unthinkable. And I can promise you this, if death doesn't get what he wants, you better learn how to run real fast. Can you outrun death? Can you cheat death? Can you fool death? Ross is about to find out. Yeah. The Reaper's not who you think he is. And he exacts a price if he doesn't get what he wants. So, my darlings, if you manage to come across Robert Bloch, oh my goodness me, first of all, you're going to get a treat. Yes, there's quite a few in here which we will, over time, cover. Yeah. It's a nice little gift. My darling husband found this for me in a local charity shop and said to himself, oh, my darling wife, there's some writers in here that I know that she enjoys, and I will pick this up for her. Now, this book came out in 1988 by Guild Publishings. So, and it was copyrighted in 1986 by Dennis Etchison. Yes. So, this isn't a first edition, I don't believe, but a reprint. So, there you go. I'll read what it says in the dust jacket for you as well. Icy fingertips prowl up and down your spine. Don't shiver. Prowling is only a prelude to bloody rending. Peter Straub, Whitley Strieber, Ramsey Campbell, Richard Matheson, Clive Barker, Charles Grant, Robert Bloch, Joe Haldeman, Chelsea Quinn Yarborough. Modern masters of terror, suspense and the supernatural, gathered in an extended coven of stories, competing for the dubious privilege of rendering the reader incompetent with terror. Empty faces in subway shadows, Walking Dead, working in all-night markets on a deserted boulevards, urban paranoia with a machete edge. If you can imagine it, it can happen. Perhaps it will. An exciting new voice in the field of speculative literature, Dennis Etchinson is the author of 2 short story collections, Red Dreams and The Dark Country. He lives in Los Angeles in California. So, it cost him 20 pence, bless him. That's what they asked for it. But he gave him a little bit more, obviously, because it's a cat's protection. And we like cats in this house. Cats are cool. Yes, they are. So, The Cutting Edge. If you manage to get yourself a copy, please do. But I'm pretty sure the Reaper is available on Kindle. So, if you're at a loose end and you don't know what to do, and your Sunday nights are a little bit boring, and you fancy an hour tops is all it's going to take to read this little gorgeous gem of a story, The Reaper, yeah, that's available. And you'll love Robert Bloch. He is just so... If you like Psycho, you're going to love this. It's quite the ice water in the veins kind of story. Absolutely. So, my darlings, if you like this, give me a thumbs up. If you enjoy what I do, you could always give me a follow. I would appreciate it. And I will say what I always do. Happy readings, my darling loves. Enjoy your bank holiday weekend. And I shall be back tomorrow with another beautiful tale of horror. Good night. Sleep well. Don't have bad dreams.